Right at the convergence of the Three Rivers on Art Rooney Drive, we welcome you to Heinz Field in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. They love the black and gold here in the Steel City. And a few moments ago, their Steelers emerged from the Heinz Field tunnel. They're set, we're set, as the Steelers are ready to do battle with the Cleveland Browns. Both of these teams about to reach the halfway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. A first down throw for Mayfield. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10. Ito Smith, his first carry. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up third down. And this opening drive not going to plan. This is now 3rd and 13.
Detroit! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
From the gun, Mayfield. He's got his tight end in Njoku. And out across midfield down to the 45. A gain of 32 that time. So opening drive, third down, they go with a slant. It works.
And I'm wondering when the league's going to figure it out because everyone throws it on third down. You expect pressure, so you want the ball in the hands of the quarterback quickly. It's a 3-step route ordinarily, and you're throwing it where you see the receiver breaking towards you. So it's an inside route. Everyone likes it, and it's executed very well.
3-19! 3-19! Watch it now, Barney!
A first carry for the rookie Nick Chubb. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Nick Chubb with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Browns have taken the early lead. Now for the point after. Extra point splits the uprights, and it's now a 7-0 game. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Here comes Ryan Switzer to return it. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. Big Ben and the Steelers with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They go play action now. Roethlisberger. Over the middle, hauled in by Smith-Schuster. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A really good pickup of 28 yards. So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 47. Roethlisberger will throw. Past the 20. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And way down into the red zone before he's dropped inside of Cleveland's 15. That one goes for 36 yards. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. First carry for James Conner. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker, and what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Now the rookie from Notre Dame, it's Josh Adams. Pushing and fighting his way in for a Steeler touchdown. Josh Adams, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Steelers are an extra point away from tying this thing up. Boswell good with the extra point, and we are tied at 7. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Now the Browns offense, they get ready to head back onto the field. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Green 39! Green 39!
On 1st and 10, Mayfield throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete.
The effort's always going to be there. Everyone's always going to try and make a catch, but underthrown balls, I think, are the toughest ones to come back and get, because usually your momentum's going in the opposite direction when you're trying to stop, break, and come back and get it.
Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10. A 2nd down throw for Mayfield. He's going to wind up and air it out. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
One of the toughest things about playing defensive back is pattern reading, trying to figure out what they're doing. And on that one, he had the fly, just sending a guy downfield with the in route accompanying it, what people call a dagger route, trying to hit the guy underneath after the clear out. In this case, though, they're not able to get it done.
Yeah, they said forget the underneath route. They went for the guy on the fly, but as you said, incomplete. Now yet another incompletion here as they fail to connect on 3rd. So on 4th down, Britton Colquitt on the punt. Back deep for the Steelers, Antonio Brown. He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown, and now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
Big Ben and the Steelers with a 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. From the gun, it's Roethlisberger. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that 1st down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
And with the play clock winding down, we're going to get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
Set. Black 20.
Out of the gun, it's Roethlisberger. Over the middle here to Brown. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
And that's the first mark on the stat sheet for the 4-time first-team All-Pro. How about this? Over 1,000 yards 6 times in his career, and just 2 yards away in 2013 of being over 1,500 yards in 4 of his last 5 seasons.
The last play on the completion got him half of what they needed. Now here's a tough 3rd and 5. Play action. Now Roethlisberger. He's going to fire one deep. Middle of the... That's caught inside the 20. And way down into the red zone before he's dropped inside of Cleveland's 15. A big play. Smith-Schuster on the throw from Big Ben. 42 yards. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Set. 180.
They'll run it now out of the gun. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short. Pretty effective run there, and now they can start to smell that end zone.
Pound the rock. Make sure you use your O-line to set the tone of dominance and physicality, and pound the rock.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Pushing and fighting his way in for a Steeler touchdown. A great effort there. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Steelers are able to strike for 6. Extra point put through by Boswell. And that makes the score 14-7. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he will be taken down here as the first quarter of play will come to an end. Back here with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. We've had the kickoff to begin the first quarter. Now it's time for the second quarter kickoff. And they've got it here with a first down. Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now, 1st and 10 at their own 22.
Gone!
First down, Mayfield. Man open, that's Damian Ratley. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. That one goes for 24 yards.
Quarterbacks love slant routes because the receivers are breaking right into their line of vision, and receivers love them as well because they're getting the ball on the move and able to catch it and try and get upfield and gain additional yardage.
And this is caught by Fells, right side. No gain there on the completion, 2nd and 10.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10.
Lucky 56! Lucky 56! Gone!
From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. Looking deep downfield. And they went for a big play through the air on 2nd down. Couldn't connect. Now it's 3rd.
Sure, that pass was incomplete as they made an attempt to get a big one downfield. But that's okay because the second part of that is if you don't get the completion, at least you've told the defense you're trying to stretch them out a little bit, and they may have to change accordingly.
On third down, Mayfield. And he comes back with one complete. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. They'll get 10 there, but it leaves them just short for fourth down. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he is going to get the first down as he covers up after a pretty good shot there. They only got a couple, but a couple's all that they needed as they convert on fourth. The fourth down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. Mayfield on first down. He's going to air one out. And he fires one that's intercepted. Sean Davis with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week. 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions, quote-unquote, go away. And that means your defense. They've got to go out there on sudden change and at least hold people to field goals. And if that keeps happening, they lose confidence in the quarterback, and then no one plays well.
They run with Edmonds. And a nice pickup as this one gets them to the 10-yard line. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets them to 2nd and 4.
I think they're ahead of schedule now after that run. They might be bold with this second down call after that type of a game.
On the carry, it's Edmonds. So a nice job to break the one tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. Larry Ogunjobi there to make the tackle.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat. And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. And they're able to convert on third with a solid gain of 23. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Roethlisberger will hand to Connor. And unable to get downhill there, so take this up to about the 37. It's the Pro Bowler Jamie Collins that makes the stop.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
2 minutes remain here in the first half. Back to Heinz Field after this. On second down, Roethlisberger. Escaping the pressure right. He's going deep for ground. So the long attempt falls innocently to the ground, and it brings up third.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense that fell harmlessly to the ground. So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. From the shotgun, it's Roethlisberger. And the Browns pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. And now a timeout called defensively by the Browns, as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Barry on to punt as he gets this one away. This will be fielded at the 17. Uses the spin. A very good return that time. 18 yards. And the Browns will take over, 1st and 10. And now the Browns coming out on the field. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10.
Detroit! 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 Detroit!
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. He's going to try and go deep again. And that one falls incomplete. Looked like he might have had position there, but he couldn't hold on at 2nd down. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10.
Patriot! Patriot! Over!
They go with Chubb on 2nd down. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11. Here's Mayfield. And, oh, he took that in one-handed. What a grab. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Big yardage there for the Browns, 18.
Detroit! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Detroit! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Mayfield now looking to throw on 1st down. That is caught by the former Gator, Antonio Callaway. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. And now before this 1st down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this 1st half.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Detroit!
Working out of the gun, Mayfield. Forced out to his left. And he'll slide down to avoid the contact. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down. The Browns try to get back and set quickly here. Time ticking away. 2nd down, Mayfield. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. The Browns passing game finding its stride. They've got another 1st down. And now we won't see a play on 1st down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. A chance now to get even before the break as they come up 1st and goal. Mayfield looks to throw. And that's going to be caught for a Browns touchdown. Antonio Callaway with his 1st career NFL touchdown. And the Browns are within an extra point of tying this thing up. Point after, up and good. And we've got a tie game here in a back-and-forth 1st half. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Now the Steelers offense gets ready to get back onto the field. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
On 1st and 10, it's Roethlisberger. Open man completes it to Smith-Schuster. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half.
Focus. 53's the mic. 53.
Final play of the half. It's Roethlisberger. Going top shelf for Smith-Schuster. Got his man. It's caught for a Steelers touchdown. A big play there as time expires in the first half. And the Steelers are going to take the lead. And just before the half ends, the prayer is answered. Defensively, a disaster there.
I know often we're surprised when this actually works. I mean, the excitement level goes way up, but maybe we shouldn't be, because I know as a defender, you've got to play the ball in this situation, but you can't interfere with the receiver because, remember, it's a spot foul, and it'll be first and goal if it happens in the end zone, and you don't want to give up that play, and that little bit of hesitancy often works really well for offensive guys.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Steeler offense now with the football first here to begin the third quarter. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you all...
Now Ben hit, and he lost the football. It's loose. And I think the Browns got it. They did.
With no running backs in the backfield to help pass protect, all the receivers in their patterns, these are going to be hot routes. If they sense a blitz or pressure on the quarterback, they've got to be prepared to break routes off early and get the football. In this case, never even had a chance. They popped the ball free in the backfield.
Mayfield now after the fumble recovery. That's caught out left by Perriman. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. The completion good for 3, and it's second down.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. Here's a give to Smith. And a short pickup there down to about the 9. Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be 3rd down.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
They had great starting position to begin the drive, but now they look up at a 3rd and 5. From the gun, Mayfield. Flush to his right. And he'll get this down inside the 5 to the 4 before he's out of bounds. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and it'll be 4th down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
They'll go with a keeper. And he'll be touched out here, but not before he does pick up the first. So the decision to go for it turns out to be a good one. They get a couple of yards, and as a result, the drive keeps moving. It's now 1st and goal.
Gone, gone! Gone, gone!
They come out here in the eye. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. It's a gain of a couple, and it'll be 2nd and goal. Looking at this now, you got a couple more cracks here this close. Sneak it?
I don't think you even go into a huddle. Just line up, snap it, and fall in behind those guys into the end zone.
No. Check. Patriot! Patriot! Watching that, Barney!
They come
Barney!
up in an offset eye. They're going to go with a tight end here on the running play. And he takes this one in for a Brown score. Darren Fells, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Browns are within an extra point of tying this thing up. A little surprising they wouldn't go for 2, but this is up and good. And we are tied at 21. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Steelers offense now, they head back onto the field. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, pump the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by the linebacker, Joe Schobert. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line.
Well, this is one of the downsides of being a rookie quarterback. You know you're going to get called out about everything you do that goes wrong. Here, maybe he's a little uncertain about where to go with the football. And at this level, uncertainty equals turnovers. And this one winds up being intercepted.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Watching that, Barney! Barney!
Now a carry here for Hilliard. Now that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards.
Right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Detroit! Detroit!
Now a 2nd down throw for Mayfield. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going down. Stephon Tuitt coming hard that time. He's able to run him down for a loss of 12. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Throwing, Mayfield. He's going to float this one deep right side. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning. Hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. Colquitt on the kick as he sends it away. And that is much too long. That's into the end zone for a touchback. Pittsburgh's offense now heading back out onto the field. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. Rudolph going to lead the Steelers up now 1st and 10 at the 20. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he's going to be grabbed and pulled down.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17.
Detroit! Detroit!
Rudolph looking to throw. He almost had it. The big D lineman nearly had an interception. Instead, it falls down incomplete.
My man's getting a little loose with the football there, right? Interception before, almost had one here. He's got to start taking better care of it.
Yeah, really should have been back-to-back drives with interceptions. He's lucky there. And the Steelers on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 17. Here's Rudolph. He's going to rifle one deep left side. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down. So hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. So he was past the line of scrimmage when he threw it.
And as they say, that's a no-no. Got to be able to understand where you are on the field and not cross the line before throwing the ball downfield.
Well, pretty woeful there. Just 23 yards on the punt. And the Browns have a short field in front of them now as they take over 1st and 10. And the Browns getting set to go. They were forced to punt last time, and I doubt sincerely that they'll have to punt here because they're gifted with terrific field position.
I don't even want to think about the idea that they would end up punting starting with this type of field position. Neither do they. Great starting spot. Great opportunity to run your full playbook. If they want to take a shot here, they can go ahead and do it.
Mayfield to throw it. Flushed out right. And his pass incomplete.
I hope I don't sound too rah-rah on that one, but that's the exact right throw. Either your receiver gets it or no one gets it. Give him a lot of credit for being really precise with it.
Got rid of it. No one got it. So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28.
Set! Green 39! Green 39!
On 2nd down, Mayfield again. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation. And there, the defense won the battle. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted. Picked up by the rookie Terrell Edmonds. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The rookie picked off the rookie.
And guess what? They're pretty familiar with each other. It's not like when I was growing up and the dinosaurs were roaming the earth and you heard about a guy somewhere. Now they run into each other at camps, going through high school ball, recruiting, college games, all-star games, you name it. A lot more familiarity with each other.
After the interception, here's Rudolph. And all this is taken in one-handed. What a catch. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. 23 yards on the play.
What a catch and one-handed, and I'm starting to lose my awe about the play, and maybe I shouldn't. How much of this is the player? How much of it is the glove?
Well, those gloves, they do have a little grip to them, don't they? And he is going to be taken down. And that should be the final play of this 3rd quarter. Carl Davis breaking through to get him for a loss of 7. Back now in Pittsburgh. All even as we get ready to start the 4th. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down.
Hurry up, here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
shotgun snap for Rudolph. Going top shelf for Smith-Schuster. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
Well, partner, I think the defensive fellas got the memo, and they decided to cover him on that play.
Yeah, he's already up over 100 yards in this game. They tried a deep shot, couldn't get it.
Yeah, when you've had that much success, finally someone said, let's try and put a stop to it and put people on him.
And the Steelers on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 17. Now it's Rudolph. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Well, they haven't had a whole lot of success in the passing game here. Now, in the second half, he's thinking, I guess maybe just take a shot deep.
I think you're right. Almost looking for a bailout, isn't he? Can my receiver go up and make a big play for me? Can I create a penalty downfield, maybe pick up an interference call and get that yardage downfield? Anything trying to get going again, but you're right. He definitely took a shot.
The Browns offense trotting back onto the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. And he gets it up to the 10-yard line here. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
Seeing that play and understanding just how tough it is to cover tight ends, especially the ones running around the NFL nowadays, makes me glad I didn't make it in that league. I would have had a really difficult time.
But now you get to sit up here with me.
Yeah, and that's fun, isn't it? And what a really nice game right there on first down for them. Brings up a nice second down for them.
That'll give him 60 yards receiving now as he's got a first down. This quarterback now a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10.
Watch it now, Barney, Barney. Over.
The pitch goes to Smith. And he powers his way up past the 30. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
Gun, 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 gun. Gun, 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 gun. Gun, 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 gun.
Mayfield now on 2nd down. Open man, the tight end fails. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage, even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by the rookie Terrell Edmonds. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line. So now he's equaled his interception total from a week ago. Remember, Charles, he had 3 last week.
And you know, all week long he vowed to take that number down. Told the guys on the team, don't worry, things are going to pick up. I've got this. But he is in a major league rut right now. Let's see if his teammates can pick him up along the way.
You're right. He talked about being cool, calm, collective, rebounding. Not rebounding right here. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
All right, here we go. Green 39. Green 39. Watch it now, Barney. Barney.
Now Edmonds. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Emmanuel Agba able to drop it for a loss of 12, and it'll be 4th down. So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. This for the lead in the final stages. Time for a break. We'll come back and see how it all shakes out after this. So here we go. On now is the kicker, Chris Boswell. This for the lead in the final stages. And that one will be no good. He never had it on line. It's well wide to the left. And a costly one there as this game remains tied here in the fourth. So an empty possession there. What do you think went wrong, Charles?
Well, it looked like maybe the plant leg might have given way just a little. And when that happens, guys have a tendency to pull through the ball to compensate. And in doing so, sent this one off target.
Back to 99 Philly. Here we go. Gun.
Now Mayfield eluding the pressure right. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be second and a couple.
Now, that was not a bad scramble there on first down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable second and short.
All right, here we go. Green 39. Green 39. Gun.
Mayfield. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. So apparently some grabbing there in the middle of the O-line.
I've often wondered why that doesn't happen more often for guys that play center. Having to snap the ball and then trying to get your hands into the proper position, that's difficult to do. He got caught that time.
They'll come up now on a second and long after the hold. Now the Steelers put a stop to the action with a timeout defensively, as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. So they'll come up after the incompletion for second down.
Set. Blue 90. Blue 90. Detroit. Detroit. Gun. 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 Hut.
Here's Mayfield. He sets to fire deep. And that one almost intercepted. Far too loose with the football here. Nearly a fourth pick. And it's third down. So he's unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here? Or is it just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
Mayfield to throw. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Mike Hilton. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offensive coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. 12 yards that time at a Pittsburgh first. Inside of a minute to go now. 2 timeouts left. Still in pretty good shape.
I think they're in excellent shape here if they use the timeouts judiciously and use the sideline as an additional timeout.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Watch it now, Barney. Barney. Gun. 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 Gun.
Now Rudolph. Looking left sideline, but it's incomplete. Juju Smith-Schuster, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up second down.
Let's face it, you can run the route tree as many times as you want, get in sync, practice it, do all those things. But once you get to game speed, it doesn't always time up quite that well. That one goes incomplete.
Here's Edmonds. And he'll take this inside the 30 to about the 29, maybe the 28-yard line. And before they can run this third down play, we're going to get a timeout, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. And the Steelers on third down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 7. Now Rudolph. And he's got the completion to Hopkins. And inside the 20 before it's brought down. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as he'll stop it with 25 ticks remaining on the clock. This quarterback now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. Rudolph. Buying time to his left. And that will be incomplete with a clock showing 18 seconds now to go. Antonio Brown, the intended receiver. And it's 2nd down.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he... Might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. And they're out of timeouts, remember, so this is going to have to be a delay. And that'll set them back 5. And now after the delay of game, they're operating behind the sticks, 2nd and 15.
Hurry up, here we go. Green 39, green 39.
Now it's Rudolph. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's James. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. And they'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down. And that's going to do it right there. They're going to run out of time, and we're going to be headed for OT. So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we can still have some more football.
That's exactly right. If they go down and kick a field goal, the other team gets a possession to either match it or score a touchdown to win the ball game. If both teams kick field goals, the next team to score wins. But if the receiving team throws a pick six or fumbles the ball and it gets picked up by the defense and they score, the game is over at that point.
Elsewhere, they're on to the 4th quarter at MetLife Stadium, and the Giants are starting to pull away in that one. A victory there would mean they're 6th on the year. Switzer now to return. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. And the Steelers set to take the field. They control their own destiny here. They have the football in overtime. Obviously, a touchdown would win it.
And I think teams around the league are still adjusting to the idea of going downfield, scoring a touchdown wins the game, because they were used to just going downfield and trying to get in field goal range to win a game. Still having to make that transition. Let's face it now, the ones who are doing it best know they need to go down, attack, put the ball in the end zone, and not leave it up to a field goal and give the other team a chance.
Yeah, as we said, they control their own destiny now. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a first down. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Detroit! Detroit!
On 1st down, Rudolph. Caught left side, Hopkins. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. So second in inches after that first down completion went just shy of the marker.
All right, here we go. 3-19. 3-19.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. 2 yards on the pickup there, but it's enough to give him a new set of downs.
Second in inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on third down and pick up the first down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the first down. That's exactly what they did.
Watch it now, Barney. Barney.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And he's going to take this across the 50 into Browns territory. 2 minutes to go here in overtime. We'll be back after this. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a first down. In overtime, you have to be smarter than that.
A personal foul just can't happen. Have to have poise.
So the face mask, quite a blessing there as they'll start out of harm's way with a 1st and 10. Play action. It's Rudolph. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Emmanuel Ogbah in there to record another sack. Their 6th of the afternoon. They'll come up after the sack on a 2nd and 12.
All right, here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
From the gun, here's Rudolph. Throw left side, complete to Smith-Schuster. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. That'll put him up over 160 yards receiving now for the game. They can't seem to stop it. They'll run it now out of the gun. And they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. Here's Rudolph now on 2nd down. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he's into the end zone for the touchdown and the game winner in OT. A partner, a great game that we got to see and making it extra special. Not only did I get 4 quarters with you in this one, I got some overtime, a little whipped cream on top.
Look at you, trying to make this whole thing palatable.
I just want you to pay for my meal later.
You really just wanted 4 quarters what you wanted, but how much fun was that? We had that type of a game where we got us to overtime, and then we get the dramatic ending to finish things off as well. What a game.
So for Pittsburgh, they move back over 500 now at 4-3. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Baltimore Ravens. Meanwhile, for Cleveland, the struggles intensify as they drop to 2-6 now on the year. And they'll get a home date next week against the Kansas City Chiefs. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.
Scouting points are earned every week. Use all your points, as a portion of the remaining points will be lost when you advance the week.